TDS is real, so let's watch old and new footage from melting down liberal women before the government takes out TikTok. This lovely lady decided to use her powers of clairvoyancy. It's a common theme on TikTok and Etsy. These type of chicks that cast spells, read cards, and tell the future. They're never right.
Yes, this flip will absolutely happen before any swearing in is done. This is something that is going to happen mid-November, okay? It needs to be said that I am a medium and a channel. I do also do astrology, but the information that I am getting is channeled from the universe and from spirits that would know.
You've got to be sure this chick is actually trying to sell this. Are you for real, dude? Spirits in the universe care enough to tell you who's going to be the president, but the spirits in the universe don't care enough to tell you that your eyebrows don't match or that your eyeshadow's way too heavy. The spirit in the universe couldn't tell you, something important like lottery numbers, somewhere you can make money. Like, why wouldn't you go to Vegas and just start playing blackjack? The spirit's like, no, I can't give you tips that will better your life. We got to talk about Cam and the dirty red man.
Okay, this is officially speaking. I'm not just doing cards in my bedroom. I'm a professional. I'm a very experienced medium and channel. I read energy very well. I talk to spirit guides and I read soul contracts.
What the f is a soul contract? Crap, I cursed. Stop him! Jesus H. Christ. I'll let Ludwig Google it and figure out what that is, because I'm not looking.
First of all, what is a soul contract? There is karmic stuff from previous lifetime. Sometimes there is something that you're meant to learn. Look into soul contracts and book a session with me if you are interested.
I'm glancing off and looking at my guide who helps me with soul contracts.
This is like chickenese, where they just talk all of this ridiculousness because they have an entire day of freedom and grifting that they have magic powers to desperate women online who so badly want a certain type of guy and want to believe that the future that they're owed, because they're like, when is it my turn to be a love? And then you run into one of these people and they're like, oh, the spirit contracts are telling me that your perfect man who looks like Henry Cavill is on the way. You just got to hold on, girl. Don't settle. Don't settle, babe. You're better than the guys interested in you.
Okay. Now, before we get into this any further, it needs to be said that my spirit guide who works with me whenever I work with clients to read soul contracts, he pulls the actual contract that was agreed to with that soul, okay? We're pulling it from spirit.
Bro. I cannot with this. It's just too stupid. How does this spirit that's hanging out with you, this is a grifter too. This spirit, if it even exists, which it probably doesn't, how does this spirit have that power? How long has this spirit been alive? If this spirit's so powerful, how come they couldn't avoid death? If they can literally read other people's souls or something. I bet chicks don't ask this question.
This guide is saying Kamala Harris has it in her soul contract to be president.
How can the spirit get her soul contract? Wouldn't it have to be literally in her vicinity? That doesn't make sense. How is your spirit getting someone else's soul contract that's miles away? How does the spirit even know where this bitch is? Now I want to ask this girl questions because this doesn't make sense. I'm getting pulled into the chickenese vortex. I wonder if she did another video where I gotta look. I gotta find this. I cannot. I have to know. Okay, I'm looking up her TikTok page. She's gotten chubby. Why didn't her spirit guide tell her she needs to lay off the gluten? I mean, that's what I would do. That's what a friend would do for you. Okay, I found it. She stands by her prediction about the energy flipping and Camilla being the president, right?
Also, I do challenge people to please use some critical thinking and do some basic investigative work and look at when something was posted.
How could she tell anyone to do critical thinking? And she's telling me she's talking to someone that like a ghost that does soul contracts for people that aren't even in the same vicinity of her. At least if she said the person has to be in the room with her, that would make sense. There's no way it's pulling a soul contract from across the country.
Okay? The very fact that you don't know how to check the date on a post tells me that you are completely checked out of actually seeing things for what they are. So you have no business telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, because you don't even know how to find your own answer. I posted those videos after the election results came out, and I did so confidently. Okay?
What? I can't wait till the Red Emperor is sworn in and she gets swarmed by people telling her, what happened? You said that the energy was going to flip, because she's going to get it on both sides. Trump supporters, and she's going to get it from the crazy Camilla supporters that were like, you promised me magic. This is, I can't with this. I can't. People listen to stuff like this and then they vote. Maybe we need to restrict it to people that are, that aren't stir fry crazy. That should be a thing we should work on. Do you remember that redheaded woman that believed Cam was somehow going to put the Don in jail? Here's another video of her. I don't even know what to make of it because I haven't really watched it, but I'm sure it's nutso butso.
Okay, so what if the Democratic Party finally got smart, and the reason that they had Kamala on as their VP is because she's a prosecutor, and because the whole last 4 years have been about setting up DJT. What if they've been playing the ultra long game, letting him himself over and over and over again because they knew he would, because that's who he is. He thinks he can get away with anything. And, in a lot of cases, he's not even really trying to be sneaky about it anymore. Like, what if they've been investigating him this entire time and letting him commit election fraud was like their very last piece of the puzzle?
Some of these women, they're so stupid.
I swear to God, these women are trying so hard to come up with some sort of headcanon that they pray will become reality or something. You know what the DNC was doing? Nothing. They're too busy telling people that they were stupid and uneducated if they didn't want to vote for a woman of color. And you know what the Bidenator was doing? He was giving his son a 10-year pardon. 10 years. Don't matter what comes out between 2014 and 2024, he can't go to jail for. I've never heard anything like it. Meanwhile, this chick's like, they should be paying attention to Trump. What was he up to? And meanwhile, that laptop, we'll never hear about it again or what was on it. Whatever happened to that flying list for that island for people with the Steenster, huh?
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Nothing. Out the window, old news. Cam's going to put the Don in jail. He's the biggest criminal of them all.
I don't know. Like I said in one of my other videos, I could definitely just be in the denial stage of grief, but it's keeping me sane, so whatever. Anyway, what do you guys think? Personally, I think Kamala is that smart. We know she always comes with receipts.
Cam was a joke the whole Biden term. 4 years up until the last 6 months. Now, all of a sudden, she's like the world's greatest detective. She's Batman, essentially. She gets all of her information, right? She has everything in line. Everything is set to go. Were we watching the same person? Isn't this the same woman whose teleprompter crashed and she didn't know what the hell to say?
Today we got 32 days until the election. So 32 days. 32 days. All right. 32 days.
And this chick is just gaslighting herself.
We know all the traps she set for him at the debate.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
So why wouldn't she have been setting traps for him this whole time?
I'm not even getting into this. It's such a joke. Where's a man in this woman's life to steer her on the right direction of like, you know what? You need to let this go. It's over.
Let it go.
Get on with your effing life instead of getting on TikTok and showing everybody in the world you're kind of unhinged because you're obsessed with something that's already done and dusted.
Just saying, she's a bad enough bitch. Could be true.
Get out of here. She's a bad bitch. Please. She got fleeced by Beyonce. $10 million for Beyonce to come out, say, H-Town, I'm a mother, and then walk out. No.